Welcome to Big Red in the Morning. I'm your host, Big Red. It is the morning. Let me go over to YouTube real quick, actually, because the YouTube, I keep forgetting to change the presets on it. Oh, man. Let me turn my headphones up. What a good fucking day. We're back at it. No Big Red in the Morning yesterday. My sincerest apologies to everyone who was affected poorly by my decision making. I needed the day off. I had to go watch the Eagles game. The Eagles game was pretty fucking sick. It was pretty fucking amazing. Let me change the settings because I keep forgetting. Changing all the settings because I keep forgetting. If you're listening to this on, always first in the chat, Dunbeezy from down the block. What up, Dunbar? How you doing, brother? If you are, while people are filing in here, getting ready to go, doing all they need to do, I will remind you guys because there are a couple of you guys who listen to this on iTunes. Well, if you don't know, in the chat, if you miss any stream, I repost them all to iTunes or all the respective podcast apps wherever podcasts could be apt. I post them there. I'm sorry, guys. I went out last night. Went out last night for Padusa, his wife. She had her birthday. They all went to do sushi and stuff. Derek in the chat. How you doing, Derek? Good to see you, brother. Derek is in the chat. Padusa's wife. She had a birthday. We all went out to celebrate it. And honestly, it's not even the wear and tear from the birthday. It's the getting the McDonald's afterwards. I was in a minor mood. I wouldn't say it was anything dire or drastic or anything to be concerned about, but I was in a bit of a mood. And I decided to usually you get a little bit. You get a little bit. You get a little bit to make your tummy feel good. You get a little bit to eat the num-nums. And honestly, I must have not have ate that much during the day. Because brother, I got a 20 piece, I got a McDouble, and I got a McChicken. And dude, it was smooth sailing. I was not fucked up. I was not fucked up or nothing. It was interesting. It was fascinating. I haven't yeah, usually that kind of business fucks your boy up. Does work on his ass. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't do that bad. I gotta be perfectly honest. It didn't do me that bad to fuck that shit up, but I did feel insane today. That was the other fucking part of it. I did wake up with the craziest fucking heartburn and shit like that. So that honestly is what's fucking me up more than anything. It's just and I think I have yes. I do. I have some pills I can take for just that. So hopefully we'll be good. But yeah, it fucking sucks ass. But anyway, we got a lot to talk about today. The news has been exhausting. You know what it is now? Like, and I gotta watch how I say this because I'm not like trying to sound coarse or anything like that. Because I think a lot of times I was talking about it before. I worry sometimes about my disconnection from some of this shit. But you know what I think it is? Oh, dude, I need to watch this fucking video, by the way. Have you guys ever heard of Gus Van Sant? He makes weird ass movies. He's one of those directors that puts his name before well, fuck, goddamn it. What's the goddamn video called? Sorry, I'm doing things over here that you guys can't see. It's probably confusing for you guys. But Gus Van Sant does that thing where he makes a movie and he puts his name in front of things. So you it's Gus Van Sant who made it. And he made a movie back in the day called Elephant. It was based off of it was called Elephant. It was based off of the fuck am I trying to say? Columbine shooting. Um Elephant. It was a fucked up movie. And I don't know if I remember seeing it. Oh shit. Is the whole thing on YouTube? Get the fuck out of here. I just remember seeing it. Dude, my dad did not check on me on anything. Um, he did not check on me on anything. So I see this movie that's like very directly based off of Columbine, and it had God, yeah, this movie was fucked up. I don't even know if I could. Well, it's on YouTube. Um, it's on YouTube, but yeah, it's like a. I'll turn the volume down, but yeah, it's basically based off the Columbine guys. He took a few liberties because I remember they were trying to say like the Columbine kids were like gay guys, and I don't think that was the case. But there is a scene in the movie where they just like make out in the shower before they go do the shooting, and it's like I don't know if there's any actual proof of it. I don't know if there's any actual proof of it, but they put it in the fucking movie. But yeah, it's just it's a movie based off of Columbine, and they just show you the whole. It's actually kind of a short it's kind of a short movie because if this is the full movie, dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, it's like only an hour and 16 long. Um, but yeah, damn, damn. No, because that was like the thing. Like, if you look on streaming, they may not have been homosexual, but they were gay. That is true. It is very it's incredibly gay to shoot up a school. um yeah, the movie's called Elephant. It's not. Oh, look, it's on the archive. Yeah, shout out to archive.com. Shout out to Internet Archive. It's like I'm a type of dude who always prefers the physical thing, you know, when it comes to like books and stuff like that. I usually prefer the physical. If it's cheaper, I'll gladly look at that shit. You can just watch whole ass movies on archive.com. But yeah, I don't think it's on any streaming services. I don't think it's on any I always go to justwatch.com to see where it's streaming. Oh, I guess you can rent it on. Yeah, okay. Amazon. Wait, it's on Crunchyroll? What the fuck? I can watch the Columbine movie on Crunchyroll. Is that real? That's not real. That can't be real. These are promoted. Okay. Like, no. No, there's no chance that the Columbine movie is on Crunchyroll. That's insane. That's insane. It's fucking insane. But yeah. Internet Archive is the shit. Have you looked for any live concert recordings on there? No, I have not looked for any I've not looked for any live concert recordings on Internet Archive. You know what it is? It's like the same reason I never like pirate anything. I've just never That's never been my thing. And like I don't know, it just doesn't like I don't have this like strong it's not like I have like a strong moral stance. It's what I mean? It's not like I have this like strong moral stance where it's like, if you pirate a movie, you're taking money. It's not even that. It's just there's something about doing all the like elaborate people get a VPN or they go on some of those websites and stuff like that. All of that to me just comes off as a little bit of a headache, and I'm just not a fan of it. You know what I mean? I'm just not a huge fan of doing all that shit. But if like you make it a nuisance for me, I will do that shit. That's when I do the shit. It's not like my preset. I'll usually pay for something or buy the physical copy or do whatever just because it's like there's something in my head where if I'm just a guy who does that for everything, there's something in my head that makes me feel like a fucking dickhead. But at the same time, like I don't know, some of this WWE shit where I guess I'm technically admitting to a crime. So this is all hyperbole or whatever the fucking term would be. This is all alleged. This is all hypothetical. I don't actually do this. I'm not actually thinking about doing any of this. But hypothetically, like the whole WWE going to ESPN, because how is that breaking down exactly? I don't know exactly how that's breaking down because I saw one thing where it was like, oh, in addition to what you're watching on WWE, it's in addition to what you're watching on WWE, you now have to pay $30 to watch some of this stuff on ESPN. And on top of that, dude, like it's already hard to fucking keep up. You know what I mean? Where it's like you got a fucking 4-hour pay-per-view once a month. You got 3 hour shows, and it's like I gotta be honest, for a lot of this shit, and I miss have I Stream East. Yeah, that's what that yeah. I know there's a bunch of websites like that. Don't you even have to pay for those? Now I'm not mad about that, but I was like surprised you had to pay for those. And I go, oh, that makes sense because I know Stream East is popular because a lot of the rules they have. I watched a video on it. I didn't realize it was this insane, but a lot of the rules they have for viewing football it's like these old school network rules that make it like difficult and annoying to watch. Sometimes it makes it annoying and expensive to literally just watch all 16 games of your team because there's all these different stupid retarded what am I trying to say? There's all these like different stupid laws and broadcasting rights and all this from this like old school shit when it's really just like, can you guys just get together? And there should be a thing where you go, I'm going to pay this much a year or this much a season, and I'm going to get all of my team's games. Like, why is that not an option? Why is that not an option? But it's hard to, I can't remember exactly how it breaks down and how it shakes down and all this other shit, but I watched a whole long fucking thing about it. It's apparently incredibly stupid. It's apparently incredibly stupid how they do it. And excuse me. And it's dumb and it's annoying. Let me post real quick about the stream. Just sharing something real quick. Oh, look at that. We got a couple boys and girls in the room. Thank you for coming over here. A little bit of a slow start today because like I said, we celebrated a birthday and it was beautiful and it was fun and it was nice. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's just nice to it's just nice to drink too much with your friends and celebrate the day they were born. You know what I mean? You got a certain day you were born? Let's have a couple beers. Any reason to go outside and have a couple beers. Truth be told, I think I'm subconsciously stalling because the news is, I gotta be honest, dude. The news is so, you know what it is? It's not even the news. Because I do like to, this is the cross I bear. This is how I'm like Jesus. Wait a minute. Let me post this real quick. And actually, let me go dip my cute ass out and grab some more coffee. But yeah, dude, that's the other part that the heartburn is just life ruining. Cause it's not just that like my tummy hurts. Wait One second. It's not that just like my tummy hurts and I got the heartburn and I got the tummy hurts. I got the heartburn. I got all this awful stuff happening to me. And then on top of that, my cup of Joe in the morning just don't hit the same, man. It just doesn't hit the same. And that's treacherous. I know. Like, I know it's some basic bitch shit. M. Fisher, what's up, brother? How you doing, brother? Thank you for hanging out. I know it's some basic bitch shit. I know it's on some don't talk to me until I've had my coffee. I know. But this honk loves to get over caffeinated in the morning. I love to pretend like I don't. That's my whole thing. I think it's why I'm a little bit like a lady sometimes. You know what I mean? Oh my God, I couldn't possibly. Ooh, I'm gonna have another glass of wine. I'm so bad. I do the same thing. Oh my God. Oh, I'm very sensitive to caffeine. Well, what do you do about it? Ooh, absolutely nothing. I'm so bad. I'm just a basic bitch, dude. I'm just a basic fucking bitch. But yeah, and then when I rob myself of that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful coffee in the morning, I'm just hurting myself, and I don't know what my fucking problem is, dude. I don't know what my fucking problem is. Oh yeah, here we go. Save that. Here, let me all right, let me just go grab a little bit more coffee. I'll literally be back in 2 seconds. Maybe 3 seconds, actually. Fuck, it might be 4 seconds. Let me play a clip of the Philadelphia Eagles. Let me play these Eagles highlights for you, just to get you guys fucking hyped. There we go.
And his ear plus. 2nd and 10. Stafford throws an interception. Zach Bond read it well and picked it off. It is a design run. And room off the right side for Jalen Hurts. The first design run of the year for Jalen Hurts goes for 17 yards, and they pick it up on 4th and 2.
Jarrett Verse, the all-everything young defensive end. They put him in a pickle. He's the read player. So you see they got the peel with Dallas Goedert, the fake handoff to Saquon Barkley.
Here's where the Rams defense really thrives. 3rd and long with all these good pass rushers. On the slant, there's Smith. He's close to a first down, spilled by Curl. Going to spot him a little bit short.
Here we go.
It is Hurts straight ahead for the first down. 1st down and goal. It's a fake to Barkley. It's a throw to the end zone for Brown, who is defended by Late.
Hole with unblocked Rams defenders and just...
Here we go, 4th and goal. 98, the man that blocked it last time, right in the middle. From 44. Joshua Carty has it blocked again! This time Jordan Davis, the big man, looks for the icing on one big cake. Eagles hang on!
Let's fucking go, boys. Literally nothing greater in this world. Sloshy, what's up, brother? I see you sending me all those Instagram reels. I appreciate it. People don't know that the real backbone of the comedy community is dudes I've never met sending me 5 reels a day. Oh, careful with NFL audio. Fuck. Is my stream going to get banned? I was wondering about that. Good looking out, Dunbar. Jesus fucking Christ. I was wondering about that because I know they get super fucking good. That's why I don't play any WWE shit. Copyright laws really are the fucking worst. I got to be honest. Oh, wait. Here we go. I get something from Gmail. Oh, no. Never mind. Looks like the stream is still healthy. Looks like we're good. I think with a lot of that stuff, they only really, really get you. They only really get you if you have it up for a prolonged amount of time. Like that's why I was doing those music shows. I mean, I'm pretty sure WWE will get you immediately, but I was doing like when I was doing the music shows on here, I would be playing full songs over and over and over again, and then they would definitely get you and shit like that. But yeah. So I think a quick little bit of the a quick little bit of the Eagles just fucking belt ass. I don't think anyone have a problem with it. It's a good clip too. Well, it just, you know what it is with the copyright shit that drives me up a fucking wall? You know what it is with the copyright shit that drives me fucking crazy is like they'll be like, "You're not allowed to use that." I go, I'm going to a website I can watch this for free. You know, now I would say there is probably like a technicality where it would be like what am I trying to say? There would be a technicality where it's like, well, if you're watching it on your premium account, but that doesn't count because you're paying for that and you're giving people access to something you pay for. And I'm like, okay, maybe. But also that's just being like, you guys are being gay as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're being gay as hell, dude. Just let people watch the shit. That's what the video game companies figured out. That's why video games are so fucking big right now. You know what I mean? Just let the people watch. Just let the people watch and comment. Twitch will just block the audio on the recording. Not sure about YouTube. Yeah, no, YouTube's way more prone to like taking your shit down immediately. Twitch is cooler about it. YouTube will, if you like, YouTube will give you a couple strikes like in the moment, but after a certain point, they're like, okay, you gotta stop, dude. You gotta stop. Dude, but talking about the Eagles game, dude, it was just, oh yeah, here it is. Is this it? Is this Sirianni talking to him? No, that's not Sirianni talking to him. No, oh, here it is. This made me feel like a bad dude because I was watching the Eagles game yesterday. Dude. And at the end, it's 26-27. Rams are going up for the field goal. I was sitting there on my couch. I was loving the game. I watched it up to the first touchdown. And then because I had to get groceries and I didn't want to wait super late to go get groceries. But I watched it up to the first touchdown and I was like, okay, they got it. I'm going to go get groceries. So I go to get groceries but I was also like, I do kind of want to watch it. So I had it on my phone while I was getting groceries and it was not doing good. They were not doing good. It was literally like, I think, dude, I know I don't get like this ever, but whenever I watch football, I get incredibly superstitious, and it really felt like it was my fault. Because, like, I'm telling you, they were only playing bad when I wasn't at home. When I was out getting groceries, they were playing really bad. And then when I got home, that's when they picked it up. So I'm pretty sure that was all me. I'm pretty sure that was all my fault. I'm pretty sure that's like, that was me. That was on me. That was all Big Red. And because of that, if any Eagles fans are out there, I apologize. So I come home, they start hitting the comeback. But even then, there was like little pockets of it. We were like, oh, fuck. And it was, Andy, it was your fault. Dude, it was. Dude, I'm not kidding. Like when I left the house is when they started playing bad. And then when I got home, because I remember I got home and I saw Eagles fans or something else. Well, I'm a little bit of stolen valor. I've technically been an Eagles fan my whole life, but I've only been paying attention and passionate for the most recent of years. But here's the thing. I've been passionate about them since they started winning because they were so fun to watch. But now the real test is do I stay on when they eventually start sucking ass again? And I will. I'll be there. I promise you. There's something about watching football that's so fun right now. I don't know why. It's probably because we're winning a bunch. I'm probably just gonna be a little fucking crybaby bitch when they start losing. But yeah, the score was fucked up. I joined in the meme. I posted this from Silver Linings Playbook right when I got home, and then they just started to start fucking crushing it. And I was having a great time watching it. I wasn't planning on having a beer. I had 2 beers. Not to brag. I had 2 beers. Watching that second half, I had 2 beers, not to brag. But so I had my 2 beers, and then it gets to the very end. There's like 5 seconds left, and it's like 26-27. And then I was like, they're going up for the kick, and they just blocked the field goal. And I was like, people don't fucking block field goals ever. You don't block fucking field goals ever, let alone 2. You don't block 2 field goals in a row. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm like, 1 loss. It's fine. It's what? Oh, one loss. Was that 2 losses in the past 2 years? You know what I mean? I was like, it's fine. It sucks ass that we gotta lose today, but it's fine. You can't expect them to be 16-0 or whatever perfect is. But you can't expect that out of them, you know what I mean? But so it's fine. It's fine. And then, brother, it goes up and Jordan Davis blocks it again. And then I'm like, oh, hell yeah, dude. Because I would have been like, a block would have been fun. Like, a block would have been crazy. And then, bro gets the ball and runs for a touchdown. And, dude, there's nothing more enjoyable in this world to me than a dude a big fella who ain't got no business running that ball into the end zone. There's nothing greater in this fucking world than big boys running the football. God damn it, that's the most fun. God damn it, it's the most fun thing in the fucking world. So just seeing Jordan Davis, big ass, just run over that. It was it's what, you know what it is? Because it's like, it's similar to watching, like, wrestling doesn't hit the same if you're not watching it live. That's why it's so important to if you can, to watch wrestling live. Yes, dude. Like, is there anything better than this? Is there anything on God's green earth better than this shit? Oh yeah, I'm not on my paid account right now. Is there just absolutely anything? Look at that guy. He's too big. He doesn't even know. He doesn't know how to hold the ball right. Look at him. He's too fucking big. Dude. And then all the team gets hyped because you don't get to do this too often. You don't get to do this shit too often. And then because the second the big man catches the ball, this is now, everything after this is extra credit. Boom, he got the football. That's crazy. That wasn't supposed to happen. Everything after that is just bonus points. So you see, no matter what happens, it gets so fucking cool. So fucking sick, dude. Look at that. Big man with the ball. Wasn't supposed to do that. Hit it. We got to find one that's... Oh, yeah, here we go. And then just every second of it. Look at him fucking go, dude. Look at him fucking go. And then it's harder to tackle him. Like, they got a good tackle there. It's crazy. And then, dude, just seeing him fucking run. Just seeing him fucking run is magical. Did you watch WrestlePalooza? No, it was on ESPN. I gotta be honest, dude. I don't like what WWE's doing right now. I don't fucking like it. It's really fucking annoying. Like, I put up with, like, they really test. Damn, is he getting the touchdown? Damn, that's close. Yeah, dude. And that feeling that your team has after your big ass runs the ball. I mean, there can't be a more fun play than being in the middle of this. Anyway, enough big man shit. Oh yeah, but did you watch WrestlePalooza, Andy? No, I didn't. Yeah, man, I got to be honest. I'm over most of the shit WWE's been doing. Let's the ESPN deal is fucking awful. Let's look into that. We will talk about. I got to be honest. We'll talk about Charlie Kirk because that's like the big news. But I'm a little burnt out on this Charlie Kirk talk because it's really. I'm like, as I'm talking now, I'm like, I don't completely have the energy for it because it's so stupid. The discourse around it is so stupid. Oh, this was the last thing, by the way, and then we can talk about WrestlePalooza. Yeah, no. So I was, and then I saw this clip later in the day, and I realized I hear Nick Sirianni.
That mental toughness, this is what I need you guys to have in your time. I need you to have it the rest of the season.
By the way, Sirianni being one of the greatest coaches right now and still having retarded Italian guy energy is what I'm here for, dude.
I need you to have it the rest of the time you're an Eagle, and I need you to have it the rest of the time you're in life. Yes, sir. That there's going to be times we're down. There's going to be times we don't want to get back up. All right? We don't want to get back up, but we pick ourselves up and we keep getting up. All right? You guys got to remember that for me. All right? Because that's what this team did today. There's something dangerous about a team that doesn't stop fighting. There's something dangerous about a team that doesn't stop fighting.
And I realized, I was like, I didn't have the proper mental toughness for Coach on Sunday, and I almost let the team down. So that was my fault, and I apologize, Coach. I'll be in it. I'll be in it more. Don't say oof, Dunbar, you son of a bitch. The agility of Chris Farley and Swayze. Yes. ESPN. Are you saying oof on the Eagles? No, dude. Sirianni's the fucking man, dude. Don't say oof. Don't be a jerk. Don't be a fucking jerk, Dunbar. You're upsetting everybody. Yeah, so like I got let's see if there's an article about it we can look up. Probably if I type ESPN WWE deal. Probably if I type that. ESPN wants WWE viewers. Yes, that was even bad for post game attack. No, it's actually absolutely perfect, Dunbar. I think that's what you meant to say. It was actually perfect. Okay, because I don't want to. There's these articles from WWE and ESPN. They're probably going to be leaving Peacock for ESPN earlier than expected. Well, let's just see what this has to say. Whatever Cord Cutters news is. WWE's first PLE on ESPN is right around the corner, and many fans aren't sure if they will have access to the event via their pay TV provider or a separate subscription. On Saturday, WrestlePalooza kicks off. This is the other thing, by the way, with like WWE or any of like the NFL. It's like, oh, where's the game? Oh, this week it's on Peacock. This week it's on, what's the other one? This week it's on Amazon. This week it's on YouTube. And you're like, Jesus fucking Christ. You know what I mean? It's like, can we just go back to what the fuck was that Memorial? We'll get into that. Yeah, and then like the same thing with WWE. They'll be like, oh, this time it's going to be on ESPN. This time it's going to be on what's the other one? Not Peacock, Paramount. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, watch your football game on Paramount Plus. You're like, what? Anyway, WWE's first PLE on ESPN is right around the corner, and many fans aren't sure if they will have access to the event via the pay TV provider or separate subscription. On Saturday, WrestlePalooza kicks off a reportedly 5-year. My coffee's cold. I'm upset about that. Agreement that gives ESPN exclusive domestic rights to WWE PLE. So they get all of them? The deal was because I saw a bunch of shit. Like when it first happened, it looked like the worst shit ever. And then I saw a bunch of shit where it's like, oh, it's actually not that bad. It's actually not bad at all. And then I was like, oh, wait, it's actually really fucking bad. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with these PLEs. On Saturday, WrestlePalooza kicks off reported 5-year, $1.6 billion agreement that gives ESPN exclusive domestic rights to WWE PLEs. The deal was originally scheduled to begin in April, but was bumped up to September after wrestling promotion negotiated its exit from NBC's Peacock. Okay, so it's leaving Peacock. So there's no Peacock. Now, many fans are scrambling trying to figure out if they need to sign up for ESPN's DTC service for $29.99, which Peacock right now, see, that's the annoying thing too. Because, like, I don't know. I will say AEW has the relationship they have with their fan base is much better. Because, like, every AEW pay-per-view is like $40, and I don't ever see people complaining about that ever. I don't see people complaining about that ever. That's literally a big reason why I don't watch AEW pay-per-views. I will say I do like the fact that HBO has them now. So whenever I want to watch them, I can go over to HBO. So yeah, here I'm on Peacock. I'm on Peacock right now. Peacock is sorry, too many tabs are open. Let me close a few tabs. Peacock. Okay, so you can do $8 a month. You get ads. $11 a month. See, that's the problem with WWE fans. This $30 a month shit, because here's the reality too. Let me make my head a little bit bigger for you beautiful people. The problem is one, because the WWE network. Let me just double check, but I think that the whole thing about the WWE network is that was $10 a month. WWE network. That was $10 a month. You get all the pay-per-views, you get all the Yeah, that was 10. Their whole thing was that was $10 a fucking month. It's $10 a fucking month. And there we go. Now you guys can see this. Yeah, the whole thing about the WWE network is it was $10 a month. So like the problem with all this shit with going over to ESPN and being like, oh, it's $30 a month. And like, even when they were over at Peacock, it still stayed at like it was still at like $11 a month. And then it's like, okay, you get some movies and shit. It's like not a bad deal. Now, the organization of the app did suck ass. Like literally as much shit as WWE gets, everyone unanimously was like the WWE network was perfect the way they did it. Because they like the way they organized everything was very clear because the fucking streaming apps are doing a thing now. The fucking streaming apps are doing a thing now where it's not like HBO's pretty good, where like HBO has a good organization where if you go, it'll give you a bunch of suggestions of new shit and then shit that just got added and things you might like and stuff like that. It gives you all that shit. But then when you finally scroll down, it organizes it by genre, or you could just go alphabetical, But a lot like Netflix is just scroll and hope you see something you like because it's all fucking random. It's all these like, excuse me, the fucking McDonald's from last night is fucking trying to be the main character on this show today. But it's all like Netflix is all fucking random. Hulu has a good, honestly, now that I'm saying it, it might be Netflix and Amazon are the ones that are very problematic with their organization. Apple does a really good job because they're not like Amazon. They're not like Netflix where they put out 50 shows every week. And I'm ironically not even, I bet you I'm not even over. What's the average amount? How many new shows does Netflix put out? Here, wait. What's the question I should ask? How much new? Or let me go ask Grok, actually, because that would be a good question to ask Grok. Grok, whatever the fuck it's called. No, it's called Grok. There we go. Let me bring it up over here. The gold sauce? Why are we talking about on average, how much new content does Netflix release a week? Netflix adds new content to its library. I can't talk today. Netflix adds new content to its library on a nearly daily basis, including both Netflix originals and licensed titles. The exact number varies by region, week, and content type, but data from 2024, 2025 shows consistent patterns. Actually, just give me that. You know what? Let's see what the numbers are without the clarifier. Based on library analysis and weekly reports, total new titles, originals, and licensed. So just new shit. You know what I mean? Just new shit. Approximately 25 to 35 per week. You know, so they're averaging 100 to 150 new things a fucking month. What's the data on just originals? Netflix originals for the content. I mean, this is crazy. Like globally, it's nuts, dude. Average weekly releases. Overall average 13 new original titles per week globally. This equates to 67 new original titles annually, spread across 52 weeks, weekly range 1 to 8 depending on a production cycle, holidays, and global events. Yeah, man, that's crazy. It's crazy. I forget exactly why I got off on that tangent, but Netflix, what is that? fmhy.net is my encyclopedia for bootlegging. Well, I'm going to click on that link so I know to never go to it. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for showing me that link so I know to never go to it. Y'all paying for stuff that's free? Lame. Hilarious. Runaway Slav. You know, all those words you say, I could say them about you, Slav. I forget where I was going with that tangent, by the way. But going back to what I was saying originally with the problem, Andy, I'm looking at the link. It's legit. Yeah, no, I'm clicking on it. I'm clicking on it and saving it. I'm trying not to admit to crimes on my fucking highly viewed radio show, guys. Chill the fuck out. But no, I was clicking on the link so I know to never visit it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just to say, so we can all stay safe. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. Thank you. This is why I appreciate you guys. This is why I do need a co-host or a producer to keep me on track. I appreciate that. I've seen people bring up this statement: piracy is not a crime when ownership is no longer exists. I gotta like hear people talk about that because I want to know, because a lot of times you hear people say shit like my favorite example, people will be like, I support socialism, and when you talk to them, they don't actually understand socialism. They're just like, people should share more, and you're like, okay, so you just support the broad concept of sharing, but anyway, you don't understand the you don't understand the ramifications of your statements. So that's fine. That's fine, I guess. That is modern political discourse, but that's cool. But yeah, I keep seeing it, but I've seen people make gay video essays and do shit like that. So I got to watch some of those to figure out exactly what people mean. Cause I used to be on board like piracy is bad. And then, like, I think from a technical standpoint, you might be able to make an argument. I know I've seen a bunch of stuff talking about I've seen a bunch of people talking about shit where, like, I think I was listening to Tom Woods episode. If you guys are into political talk and libertarian shit, Tom Woods is an amazing podcast to listen to. And he had a guy on there talk about intellectual property and how, like, you know, copyright laws are like illegitimate. Because it's like you can't own an idea. You know what I mean? It's this weird abstract thing where not weird, but it's like a way of looking at it where, you know, it's like if especially when it comes to like music, you know what I mean? Like if I like all the copyright shit they had for music, if I sell an album, but then like you're not allowed to take what's on that album and then like play it on a radio show and shit like that without paying the artist. And it's like, well, what did you sell them? Did you sell them the actual, like, what happened in the process of selling the album? Because it's like, if I buy power tools, Milwaukee's not coming to me to be like, every time I drill a hole with one of their fucking screwdrivers or whatever the fuck. I'm such a man. I know power tools so well. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, if with like their power drills or whatever the fuck they're called, if I drill a hole, does Milwaukee get a cut every time I, build something with their tools? You're like, no, that doesn't happen there. So if I listen to the music the wrong way, now I'm, so when it comes to shit that's like, because you are kind of doing that. You're like and I'm not, you can tell by how I'm talking about this, I'm not the most well-versed in it, but it is a thing of like, what do you actually own when it comes to that stuff? Because like, I would say, because like, once again, if I go, well, actually, even a shirt like this, because this is my boy Far Wild. This is his band, by the way, if you guys want to go listen to that. But like, Far Wild doesn't give a shit, but it's like, if I had a Nike shirt on and then we were shooting a documentary or something, I may have to censor out or like if we, like, they used to do it in music videos all the time with like brand logos. It's like, if I'm, we're pirates today. Yes. You drill a hole with a screwdriver. Thank you, Derek. Sorry. That was actually one of the most embarrassing moment. Well, no, screwdriver's the fucking screw. You drill a hole with a drill. Whatever. Let's move past the embarrassing thing I just did. Sorry, guys. I'm me. I'm a public intellectual. I can't be bothered with all this blue collar monkey business. I'm you guys. I'm brains. I'm not brawn. No, I could use all that shit. I just don't know the proper. I get in my head, and I was like, what my problem is? I know a bunch of stuff. I just get nervous about sounding stupid. So then I overthink it, and then I say the wrong thing, and then it just sounds stupid. I should just power through. And then when people go like, you said that wrong, I go, shut up, queer. And then I keep it moving. That's really what I should do. So when I said screwdriver, I should just power through it. More like Charlie Jerk. Exactly, dude. But yeah, no, it's like, so if I had a t-shirt with the Nike logo on it, and then me and my friend shot a music video, I would technically have to like censor the Nike logo in the music video. I know that's what they would do back in the day, but it's like, if you think about it philosophically, you're like, do you just own a design? You know what I mean? Do you just own, like, it's like, I bought the shirt. I'm allowed to do whatever I want with the shirt. And then there's a lot of like free, and people always spaz out to, it's like, well, what if people fucking misuse it and misrepresent it? It's like, there's a lot of free market mechanisms that balance that out and shit like that. But that, when you get into this digital space, like, the whole concept of like property, and you're like, well, what did I actually buy? You know what I mean? You're like, when everything's fucking digital, you're like, what did I actually buy? So then, like, from a legal standpoint, the concept of piracy it turns into, going back to what we were saying earlier, it turns into this very gray area. Slav, if you ever say, can we hurry up, and again, I will ban you quicker than when you say the N-word 1,000 times. Do not. Oh wait, I'm so sorry. I read that wrong. I preemptively got nasty. You know what? Let me take that back. That was my fault. Can we hurry up and get to the point where we pay a monthly subscription to breathe air? I'm so sorry. I assumed you were being nasty the same reason we all assumed Israel shot Charlie Kirk because of a track record. So that was my fault, and I take it back. See? Look at that. Look at that. We all grew from that. Have you seen this New Yorker mag on libertarian cops, coin operated sirens, and other misunderstandings? No. Let me finish saying the thing. LPD, Libertarian Police Department. Oh, this is from 2014. I'll look at that later if we have time. Andy is heated. No, just you know what it is. People, here's the problem. I'm like the nicest guy ever. I'm such a fucking cool, nice dude. I'm so sick. And people like to take advantage of how fucking sick I am. I don't like it. It hurts my feelings. But yeah, I did get nasty pretty quickly. You did not, you'll deserve it later, Slav. You'll deserve it later, but not now. You didn't deserve it then. So I apologize. Okay, so back to the WWE thing. Let me keep the article up here so I can stay focused. So sick, so humble. Yeah, dude. Being the sickest dude ever, it also makes me the most humble dude ever. It was so funny. I remember I was literally arguing with someone over some shit like that. And they were like, dude, I'm literally like the most humble guy ever. And I go, that statement disproves your theory. Like just saying that disproves your theory. Just saying I'm the most humble guy ever disproves your theory. That's a funny thing people do when they're like pissed off and they're arguing with you, and they'll just be like, you'll say a thing, you're like, I'm actually the exact polar opposite of that, and you're like, what are the odds? I think I made this point earlier, but it's like, what are the odds I had that completely wrong? I'll go fuck myself, I guess. So yeah, where were we? Oh yeah, we were talking about the wrestling because here's the problem with WWE fans. They've been conditioned now. You went from whatever pay-per-views are, like fucking you went from pay-per-views being $40 to $60, and now everything's $10 a month. You know, in WWE Network came out in 2015, right? WWE Network came out in 2015. When did the WWE Network come out? Game out. I can't fucking type. 2014. Okay, yeah, I was wrong. Came out in 2014. WWE Network came out in 2014. So they've been conditioned for over a decade that wrestling, that's why it's the same reason why sorry, I'm gonna close this article down real quick because it's slowing my fucking shit down. It's being really gay. But they've been they've conditioned the fans that wrestling for the past decade, for over a decade, they've conditioned fans. They go, wrestling costs $10 to watch. You have to have whatever you need, because people were bitching about Netflix. They're like, oh, I gotta buy another app to watch wrestling. It's like you already had to have YouTube TV. You like shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Now I guess too, it's like to have YouTube TV and Netflix, that is a little bit more, but it's a little bit annoying. But yeah, no, that's the thing. You've conditioned these fans. You've conditioned these fans to wrestling costs them 10 for the past decade. You've conditioned them that wrestling only costs. My only subs are Thrasher and PITM. What a beautiful statement. What a beautiful statement. I'm into Thrasher and PITM. I think Big Red in the Morning is my only sub. Hell yeah, guys. Yeah, just a reminder. Big Red in the Morning. If you got Twitch, if you got Amazon Prime or any of that, or you just got some money burning a hole in your pocket, you can subscribe on Twitch. It really helps me out. gonna need it. So please, for the love of God, if you can spare anything, for the love of God, please help your brother out. And then also over on YouTube, please hit, if you guys haven't, go follow me on the YouTube channel, Big Red in the Morning, or just search my name, Andy Malafrena. And I'm actually subbed to Big Red, not PITM at the moment. Well, go sub to PITM. That doesn't make me look good if you're only subbed over here. It looks like I'm trying to poach fucking fans. But yeah, Big Red in the Morning on YouTube. I'm trying to hit 500 so I can monetize that shit and beg for money a lot less. And yeah. Oh yeah, and also too, if you guys are into, I'm gonna start it up again, Big Red, because I've been getting way more into my Manchurian Candidate, CIA, MK Ultra shit. So I'm gonna be doing Big Red in the Book Club. I'm gonna start Big Red Book Club back up. So the Big Red in the Morning Patreon is also gonna be cool if you're into conspiracy stuff. Thank you, Derek. You're the man. Oh, but yeah, so with the wrestling shit, yeah, it's just, if you've conditioned, the problem is if you condition these people for the past decade that wrestling cost them $10 a month, like that's the benefit AEW has. It's like there's been no standard for it. There's been no standard, and then they just go shows, if you have cable, the show's free, and then the pay-per-views are $40. And they don't pump out 7,000 pay-per-views a fucking month. You know what I mean? So from a business standpoint, Jesus Christ, dude. This is rough. These websites are fucking... Why was it? I had the website over here and it was chill, and I have it over here now and it's a fucking nuisance. Anyway, I got to get a better computer. This shit's embarrassing. I apologize, guys. Please subscribe so I can get a better computer. Andrew Malafrena is my Venmo. Give me a bunch of money. Well, it wasn't pay-per-views like $100 in the 90s. I think they I feel like boxing pay-per-views were. But yeah, so if you have if it's now $30 on ESPN, and on top of that, wrestling fans don't want to watch the fucking, like, this is the problem with, like, oh, now it's wrestling and MMA. Most wrestling fans aren't into sports. That's what people realize. It's like the reason they like WWE so much is because they're not into sports. They like the theatrics of the fake fighting. That's what's going on. That's the thing. So it's like this whole, like, we got these MMA fighters. It's like, dude, WWE kept trying to bring MMA fighters over, and wrestling fans didn't give a shit. They didn't give one shit about these MMA fighters, dude. They were just like, they would look at people like Ronda Rousey and just go like, well, she's not as physically big looking as such and such, so it doesn't make sense that she would be beating them right now. And it's just like, it's Ronda Rousey. She she's amazing. She was an amazing MMA fighter. You know what I mean? It's like, even based off of the wrestler's skill set, she would still like hold her own pretty hardcore against some of these wrestlers who are just physically bigger than them. And it's like, that's the thing. That's why it's like, bringing over the MMA fighters, you're not going to get that pop you think, because wrestling fans don't fucking understand real fighting the same way they should to watch MMA and enjoy it. What are the details of the WWE ESPN deal? There we go. Fuck these articles that slow my computer down because it sucks ass. Let's just go to Grok. Perfect. Look at that. Shout out Elon. For once, I'll give Elon a shout out. Typically, I'm not a fan, but today Elon gets a shout out. Okay. Overview of the WWE ESPN deal. In August 2025, WWE and ESPN announced a landmark 5-year media rights agreement valued at approximately $1.6 billion, making ESPN platforms the exclusive U.S. domestic home of all WWE premium live events. This deal significantly, I still hate the term premium live event, but it is what it is. This deal significantly expands WWE's reach on ESPN's new direct-to-consumer streaming service while building on their existing partnership through UFC content. The agreement averages. So, yeah, that does make sense because WWE is working with UFC more, the company that owns both of them, and ESPN works with UFC a bunch. So, it makes sense from that avenue. The agreement averages $325 million annually. A substantial increase from WWE's prior Peacock deal, valued at around $900 million over 5 years. ESPN secured exclusive U.S. streaming rights to all 10 annual WWE PLEs, including marquee events like Two-Night WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, and Money in the Bank. WWE produced the event with full stream. Produces the event with full streams available on ESPN platforms and select simulcast and linear ESPN channels. Duration 5 years. So WWE is just going to be on ESPN for the next 5 years. Financials, international impact. Netflix retains global rights to Raw and international PLEs under its 10-year, $5 billion. SmackDown continues on USA Network and Peacock through 2029. Okay. So SmackDown's still on Peacock, but the PLEs. This is the other thing where it's just like, oh, that was what I was going to say earlier, where I remember Peacock always annoyed. You say the sound's delayed? Is everyone else having a problem with the sound? I don't like hearing that the sound's delayed. That's really annoying. Is the sound delayed? Was that delayed for anyone? What's the price? How much do I have to pay to watch WWE PLEs? You say sound's been delayed the past 3 streams? Huh. Damn, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know that. That sucks ass. So standalone, it costs $30. So if I just have the app, it costs $30. Bundled with pay TV provider, it could be free. Disney bundle integration. Yeah, I will say that's not. Yeah, because you can go on to. Yeah, it's probably my computer. I didn't restart my computer today, so that's on me. Sorry about that, boys. Okay, so honestly, because I think if you do Disney Plus bundle, I think if you do the Disney Plus bundle, yeah, if you get Disney, like, you can do Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN for $30. And honestly, like, the Hulu, like having Hulu, like Disney Plus, like if you don't have kids, Disney Plus can be whatever. Cause like you'll be like, oh, they got like Marvel and Star Wars and The Simpsons. You're like, yeah. But also too, like a lot of that Marvel shit sucks. A lot of the Star Wars shit is like geared towards kids and shit like that. You know what I mean? So, but Hulu and ESPN, see, that's the problem. That's the problem, though, is like it's probably annoying. I mean, all 3 of these, in my opinion, is worth it. But I think the problem might be with a lot of these like wrestling fans is they're probably just not fucking into watching they're probably not into watching sports like that, to be perfectly honest. You know what I mean? That's why that's what they keep. But you know what the problem is? And it's why it's why you'll never get what you want from this shit. Here, wait, let me see. Oh, damn, that is off. I'm so sorry, guys. That sucks ass. I don't know if I can do much right now. I mean, I might be able to like stop and start it real quick. Let me see if I can stop and start it, and that'll do